Hello, everyone. This is Tim Riley with Angel Tarot Card Readings by Tim. Thank you very much for joining me this week for our weekly Angel Oracle card reading for the week of Monday, June 26th through Sunday, July 2nd. And this week I was guided to use the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue. Now, when you use this deck, if you haven't worked with this deck or you are not familiar with it, I will tell you it is really good as far as helping you with anything that you are wanting to manifest. One of the things with this being such a water-based deck is that this will actually tap into your subconscious and it will take a look at anything that is in the unconscious part, kind of like the underwater of what needs to be brought to the surface. So this will help with any blocks that you may have, what needs to be brought up to the surface so that it can be dealt with to help you make whatever you're wanting to manifest to help bring that into reality for you. Now, I have already prayed over the cards. I have already selected the 3 cards. So let's go ahead and see what we have for our week. Okay, so the first card here, right off the bat, it's saying wait. So for some of you, this may not be the right time. And it says don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. So perhaps some of you that are actually viewing this week, or actually the wonderful thing when you view these weekly oracle card readings, I truly believe that you can be guided to take a look at someone's oracle card reading that might be 6 months old and there's a message there for you that you're supposed to hear for that week. So if you are viewing this and when you are viewing this, this is saying that you may want to just slow down because the card here is saying wait. And this wait energy is really taking it really is about slowing down and evaluating. So the plan that you may have thought that you were going to have, there could be a hiccup, there could be a delay. It could be that the timing just isn't right for you to move forward. But that's sort of the blessing in disguise with this card is that by rushing into trying to make a decision or to create an action for yourself, you may be missing opportunities where if you would just slowly allow the answer to come to you rather than you trying to go to it, if that makes sense for you. So this may be a time to, before making any decisions and choices, is to spend some quiet contemplative time and doing some meditation to help get some ideas and inspiration as far as what the next step is that you need to be taking. So I do feel that this is a card of patience and that along with this is trusting in divine timing. One of the other things that I am hearing is that for some of you, this may be really about a life review. And it could actually be the planning stages for you because they're showing me about, it's almost like a flow chart is what I'm seeing. So this may be taking a look at like spring cleaning, for example. We just, here in the United States, we just entered into our summer. And I know that some individuals that have rituals that they like to do. They like to do spring cleaning and then they also like to do cleaning in the fall. But there are individuals that like to do it quarterly. So for those of you, who knows, this may actually be where this is about clearing clutter because I am seeing getting rid of excess. And I actually am doing that. So, I feel like this is really what this card is about as well, is to take a look at, removing things that no longer serve a purpose for you here. Okay. Now, interesting, the middle card here is self-forgiveness. It's a very beautiful card. It says, let go of old guilt and remember that you're God's perfect child. So you can't really do any wrong in God's eyes, especially when it is something that you feel that you've done wrong and most of the time that is kind of the woulda, shoulda, coulda type of thing where, I know, for example, I'm going to give you an idea of what this card can sometimes resemble, especially with older individuals. They do this life review of, what if I would have made the choice that I really wanted to do, 50 years ago or 30 or even 10 years ago? And would that have taken me a different path? Would I have been more successful? And this self forgiving card is a reminder that you're right where you need to be. So don't put blame on where you are right now from past choices that perhaps maybe you didn't make, or perhaps some choices that you did make that had a negative outcome. And this card also, even if it was a negative outcome, it's about taking a look at what we learned from that. So this is very much about letting go of forgiving, but also putting the focus on the concentration of what we learned. What is the silver lining? What's the positive attribute? This is also about, as we forgive and as we allow those old wounds to be healed, it also increases self-esteem. So, just realize that this is about letting go of all of the mistakes that perhaps we've made. And as far as the waiting, it's interesting with these two. It says wait and self-forgiveness. And for some of you, I feel like this may take time, because with this wait card, it's like you may not feel this right away. But the more that you practice and the more that you really work on truly releasing all of the things from your past, whether it be of your own doing or someone else's, and the self forgiveness can also be sometimes the things that we have put on our own selves from what other people may have thrown at us, whether it be an action or through words. And this is always a reminder just to, allow these things to just naturally be released and to continue to work on that. One of the things that you can do is to, when it comes to forgiving, and a technique that I'm always talking about when we may find it difficult to forgive another individual, is to write that individual a letter and write in that letter all of the things that they've done that have that how it has hurt you. And in the letter, when we get all of that on paper, of course, we want to put in there that we forgive them. We forgive that individual. And then to take the letter out and burn it. And then to rewrite another letter as to how you would like that relationship to be. Well, you can do this with your own self. This can also be a ritual that you can do to help, forgive the ego part. The ego part is what has pretty much most of the time has done the damage. It's because we listen to our ego more so than our higher self. So get in tune with your higher self and to write that letter however you need to do it. But it is about releasing and forgiving, and to know that everything is right where you need to be. And this may need to be done with another individual for some of you, because it is talking about a helpful person here. And it says someone wants to help you. So think of whom that might be and initiate contact. If you find it difficult to forgive yourself, then that may be connecting with a higher vibrational individual that is in your energy that knows how to do that. In some cases, it may be seeking the advice of a counselor or a therapist to be able to work through all of that. But I do feel like there is someone that is close in your energy where you would be able to tap into their advice on how to go about doing that. And it's always a good idea to get another person's opinion about how to do it, and what they would recommend. But one of the things, especially with this wait card right out of the gate for this week, just take it slow and easy. Try not to rush through this whole process. But the thing is that what I am, and they keep guiding me back to, this is about a life review. And for some, this may be really taking a look at what is necessary in order to fulfill your life. What brings you joy. And as I'm saying, decluttering, and of course, what brings you joy, I'm instantly thinking of the magical art of tidying up. And for some of you, it might literally be, removing all of the old stale energy in your surroundings, because that can also, if our environment is a mess, that also relates to how we feel. So we don't have as much energy. Because all of the items are sucking all of the energy out of you. So it is about taking a look at, what is necessary and what isn't. But at the same time, this is also about being productive with this too. So they're saying, we want you to wait, we want you to go slow, but we want you to take at least some form of action with this too. Okay, start working on, forgiving yourself. Start working on taking a look at, any area of where you may be thinking, how did I get here? How did I get to where I am? How did this mess or this situation or whatever it may be get to where it is, and to kind of break that down to its core and start working on that. And you may need to talk this through with another individual. So it is very much a healing week, is what I'm feeling with the cards here. So I do hope that this resonates with you, everyone. And as always, if you would like a personal reading with me, you can find my information. I am at timothyriley.biz. That's timothyriley.biz. And you can find all of my information on how to book a reading. Readings start at just $25 for 15 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed week. And until next time, angel blessings. Bye now.